Your search is over, now welcome to First Mint. Looking for NFT content? Look no further, cause this is it. From Top Shot to blockchain, they got the data chops, analysis, and backdrops. The shows equate a hot. LG and Phil D, the best amongst others. Best brothers to happen to ball since the Ball Brothers. So settle in, cause it's time for the best show. Ayo Quad, who we reppin'? First Mint. Let's go.
Whoa!
What's up? What's up, Phil D?
Is that a naked something on your shirt, dude? What is that?
This is actually from.
I can't see. Oh, I know what that is. Hold on.
Dog.
Cameo Pass.
Yes, it's from Cameo Pass. It's from an NFT project where the person who's leading the project, who's the face of the project, is reliable. When you invite them to come on your show, they actually show up. And when you book them for a podcast, they're there. And they don't, within a couple of hours of coming on the fucking show, they don't cancel. Which happened twice in the last 24 hours today, which is why today is going to be a shorter show. We wanted to have interesting conversations with two different people in the basketball world of NFTs, and both of them decided they had other shit to fucking do. So, which is good. But for anybody out there who works at a big VC-backed company in NFTs, you got all this money, you have all this corporate culture, you have 18 meetings a day and all that shit. I get it. But there are small. This is a quick PSA from LG. There are small content outlets like us that don't really have any funding. And we survive on like little bits of advertising and trying to get people watching our shit. And canceling on them in the last minute is really shitty because every minute counts for us. So if you're running an NFT project and some small creators invite you to be on their show and you commit and you say yes, please commit so that they can do a good show. But Phil D, it doesn't matter because I got you, man. I got my bro. My bro is what matters. And I got the First Mint family here in the chat.
Yes.
Also coming on, we're going to hear from Connor again tonight. Connor's got some great shit for us to mint tonight. Quad's coming back. Quad's making a return. He's going to take us through one of his favorite projects, also one of my favorite projects. We're going to do a little 101 so that, people like you, Phil, I know you're not too crazy into 10KTF, but you'll learn a little bit about it tonight. You'll see what it's all about. And we're going to have ourselves a nice little hour before Game 3 starts. How's that sound?
I think it sounds great, but listen, LG, like I knew you were coming in hot tonight. I told a few people you were coming in hot. I was
at the gym and I was texting you like fuck a piece of shit. I was so friggin' mad, man.
What's funny though is I was actually on my nightly run because I did it early tonight. Nice. I usually save it for really late at night, but I decided to do it early tonight because we had the show and it's Game 3. I wanted to watch the entire thing tonight, so. I guess we were both kind of rage texting each other before we came on the air. And you know what? Shit happens, man. But we move forward no matter what. If ever, if it was just the two of us forever, nope, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But here's the deal.
We would have a great time, and we would find other great things to fill the show with because there's plenty. You and I are very creative with plenty of other shit we can come up with, especially with our community. Right. But we placeholdered other stuff, and then it's just gone. So it's just annoying.
If ever this happens again, LG, where our guests all bail and we ban them forever, I think we need to hit up 90s fan from the First Mint community. And I'll tell you why. He's actually friends with two members of the Jersey Shore cast. And I'm sure he could get them on here to come party with us for at least an hour on the First Mint. So we're going to have to hit up 90s fan, see if we can make that connection.
Phil, we've already had someone from Jersey Shore on the show. He was on for your birthday, man. We had the situation literally record a birthday cameo, second cameo plug today. Oh, there goes my camera.
Bon anniversaire.
Yeah, bon anniversaire or whatever for Phil's birthday video last year. We got the Mike the Situation.
So good, man.
Who's the guy with the abs, right? Like the Situation was his abs on Jersey Shore. Is that who he was?
Yeah, I mean, most of them had abs, but
no, but what he referred to as a Situation was his body.
Yes,
right.
Like, and he was also the guy who put his head through a wall in Italy, which was anyway, he was going through some issues at the time that we didn't know about, so we'll leave that at that. But we got to hit up 90s fan, man. 90s fan, the recent Spaces superstar, will have to come and join us live one time and bring his friends from the Jersey Shore, who he went to school with apparently, or knows from weddings or something like that. So we'll make that happen if ever this happens again. But happy to be here, man. Let's get the party started before game
let's
starts.
let's get the party started. So we're starting off by bringing back an old format that we used to do, and you guys probably miss it dearly. I don't even have the animation loaded anymore. That's how long ago. Do I have it? Is it here? No, it's not there. Anyways, you guys remember Rapid Fire, where we go through a bunch of different topics, which is just kind of like doing a podcast where we're just kind of talk through different stuff, but it's an easy way to kind of talk about what's going on in the NFT space, because there has been a lot going on in the last couple days and even just today. So, man, I really wish we still had that animation. I don't know where it is. But anyways, let's get into, oh, man, I don't even know how to put it on the screen without it like blocking your face. Oh, man, I don't know.
I can move over
here. Yeah, here.
Put us on the side.
There we go. Okay, rapid fire topic number 1 tonight. Screaming Men. Phil, what is up with the Screaming Men NFT? What happened?
First and foremost, huge shout out to our good friend Gina, who actually put me onto today's disturbing spaces. All right. She knows I love chaos and all sorts of fucking crazy shit like dolphins squeaking and all sorts of nonsense like that. So she sent me this. I'm like, man, do I really have to join another spaces and listen to some bullshit? And I turned it on. And right before sending it to you, LG, all I hear is there's about 10 guys up on that stage in the spaces. And you know how the goblins speak in goblin talk, like, and they say burger.
Yeah, they have a space going on right now, man.
It's called, it's called screaming, but it's not screaming. They were moaning and shit, man. Like, what was that, dude? I don't know, man.
If you guys been paying attention in the NFT space in the last couple of weeks, you know that, well, we had Connor on earlier to talk a couple weeks ago to talk about this, but that the Goblin Town craze has been holding spaces where it's just people making goblin sounds, and which is super disturbing, but literally pole vaulted their floor price from like 1 ETH to like it was like, what was it at, Phil? It was like at 8 or something.
It made it to 9, actually. The big day where it took off, it made it to 9 ETH, and it was pure chaos, man. I think it's back down a little bit now.
It's actually on right now. Hold on. Let's just go listen to the goblin.
It's fascinating the amount of people that join these things.
Here we go.
So many.
Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. They're on right now.
These are grown-ass people doing this, man. I can't believe it.
Goblin got your tongue.
Like, hold on. Do these people have like wives and stuff where they're sitting at home making these noises and their wives are in another room listening to this? Like, imagine Arsenic in here, like with a burner account. Like, Judy would murder him if she was in another room. They literally fart on the air. Like,
it's so bad. It's so bad. Anyways, earlier today, Phil put me on through, I guess Gina put him on to this spaces from an account called the Screaming Men. That was just a bunch of dudes like yelling, or they were supposed to be yelling, because I joined it for a little bit to listen, but they weren't yelling at all. They were moaning, like you said, Phil. Like they were just like, it was so bad.
I can't imagine where you have to be able to make these noises and not have people around you. Like if you're at work, there's no way people don't hear this from their office or from beside you. If you're in your car, can you imagine going by a car at the mall, someone sitting inside the car doing these noises? And then if you're at home and you got a spouse or kids, what do they think of you, man? You're hiding in a room for 5 hours or whatever. And then the guy tweets, we're going to do this for another 15 minutes. And then I'm shutting it off abruptly. Okay. As opposed to what? Just saying goodbye.
Oh, hold on. Wait. I've got a screen. Somebody did a screen capture. Hold on. Let's.
I hope.
Wait, hold on. Wrong one.
Was today's recorded? We got to play that one from today.
We did. It wasn't recorded, but somebody did record it. Hold on. I'm going to play it just so you guys understand. And then Phil, after that, I want to ask you, like, if you think that this is just the beginning, or if this is the end of the moaning craze. Okay, here it is. This is what it sounded like. Okay, hold on. I gotta. The screen sharing in this program is really complicated. Hold on. Here we go. Let's get it on. Here you go. Screaming Men. Are you ready? Now we're going to listen to Screaming Men.
Why?
We're learning.
Like, seriously, though, man. I don't get it, dude. Like, I like to have fun, but to do this for an hour, let alone like 12 hours like the goblins, that's borderline like, man, look at that.
The guy from Screaming Men tweeted, "I just screamed for 40 minutes nonstop, and I still cannot stop screaming." Like, what the fuck?
That's not screaming, first of all, like you said, LG.
No, that's not.
It's like
listen, I don't even know what
screaming
is, but it's like screaming for a man, especially, is like it's very different. Okay, and I don't know. I will say, listen, Phil. You and I are both like mental health advocates, and there was something about this. Like, if anybody here has ever been to like a men's group, there are definitely like exercises that you do sometimes, or you just like get up in front of the group and just scream and swear and like go nuts, or there's a lot of different like outlets, right? Some guys don't do a lot, so it's there's a part of this that to me, when I saw this, I was like, this seems like kind of cathartic. Like, this actually seems like it's like a it's like a healthy thing, right? It's like his men's group is on Twitter Spaces, but then listening to it, I don't know if that was the intention. I'd say that there maybe I thought maybe there was a good intent there, but that was a little extreme.
LG, I'm going to say one thing, and then we're going to move on from this guy. I can't talk about this. There's every animal, too. I heard dolphins the other day. There's all sorts of – there's like a gnome one people talk about. It's too much. I will say this. If you are spending more than 5 minutes in one of these spaces making these noises on your own time, instead of spending time with, say, kids or spouse or friends or anybody else, you need to reevaluate what's going on in your life. I get mental health. I get it. And every time I get one of these from somebody, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with people, man? Is this where we're at right now in the NFT space? Has it gone south so much that people are doing this stuff to keep themselves entertained? And the scariest part is the goblins get thousands of people, including all these verified accounts, listening to them like religiously, right? So a little concerning for sure. But yeah, if you're spending 10 hours away from people in your life doing this, man, move on. Go do something else.
Phil, listen, everybody knows. Okay, let's put it out there right now that this was not. I just gonna say, as much as what I just said might like definitely like that's like the men's group stuff is good. Let's put out there right now. Let's just agree that was not a mental health exercise. That is not what they were trying to do. that was
like just stuff you do when you're like going to pregnancy classes and shit, man. Teach you how to breathe, like. But yeah, no, it wasn't that. This is just for the hell of it. It's ridiculous. Like, is that even an NFT? Are they like popular? Are people buying?
They're definitely. I think that's the new way to release an NFT. Is actually like Goblin Town released the NFT and then did the moaning spaces. I think it's the other way around now. It's like do a month of like screaming weird spaces and then drop your NFT. I actually think that's a brilliant strategy. I think that's
someone actually asked me what the Wieners team was going to do for their spaces, like what noises. I said, hold on. First of all, I don't know what sound you'd make for Wieners. Like, are you going to squirt like a ketchup bottle, like a mustard bottle? Is that what you do? Like, can you imagine squirting sounds from a bottle for 3 hours? Like, that'd be pretty wild. In case you're listening, Wieners team, and you want ideas.
Yeah, Wieners, yeah. Also tonight, hold on, before we get to rapid fire number 2, it's already way too much time allocated to Screaming Men. We're doing a giveaway tonight. Last week, we gave away UFC Dojo packs, which was cool. Like, there wasn't any George St. Pierre in them. You had to do a really expensive challenge to get George St. Pierre. But, hey, still some cool packs. This week, this isn't even from the partner. This is like independently I'm doing this. We're giving away hero packs.
Oh, shit.
Okay, we're giving away hero packs, the digital, physical ones. The hybrids, I have some. I'm literally gonna mail somebody this entire pack. I'm not even. This is contraband.
Holy crap, dude!
Filtered.
Yeah,
anyways,
what is this?
I'm not even supposed to have this. I'm not even supposed to have this, but I have it at my house.
You're in Canada.
In the Walmarts and shit like that. I have it. So, anyways, at the end of the show, I haven't even decided how we're gonna do it yet. But if you guys stick around for the end of the show, which is literally in 45 minutes, we're gonna hand this out. Okay, Screaming Men. That's rapid fire number 2. Oh, here goes my fucking camera again. Okay,
dude,
Phil,
what are you doing?
Historical drop. Drop. There was. Stop making fun of me.
Where's the producer, man? Get the producer in here. What is this?
Having issues.
Okay,
Phil. Actual NFT question. Magic Johnson. Let's just ignore all the problems from the drop yesterday and ignore for a second the person who was supposed to come on the show and ditched. Ignore all that for a second. Magic Johnson on Top Shot, George St. Pierre on Strike, Brett Favre like a month ago on All Day. I want to know from you, is that like I tweeted yesterday that it's like that level of legend, like top 5 players all time or top 10, whatever, arguably whatever. That shouldn't happen more than once a year. Like you got to slowly milk that shit. Like I tweeted, I was like, don't start releasing Larry Bird like next week or anything like that. Like, no. Like Larry Bird, Kobe, that's that's in a year from now. Like that's a super long time from now. Top Shot, where do you have like tons of great all-time greats already there, like completely obliterated people's team sets, which don't even matter anymore, but let's not talk about that. what I'm saying is, in terms of these historical players, do you agree with me? Do you think it should be more frequent? And also across all sports NFTs of, let's say, something of that caliber, who do you want to see next? Who would be the ideal next historical great of a sport to drop an NFT?
Well, I think you're right, but at the same time, you're saying roll them out a couple years apart or whatever it is, or months or whatever it is. But what if Top Shot is doing that to stay afloat? Do you know what I mean? Like, it seems like it, because that's probably the most exciting thing that's happened in a long time for a lot of people. It was a pretty scarce drop. The price was really high, but people ended up on top no matter what. And I love the amount of people showing their excitement for a Magic Johnson drop. And then they sell it 2 seconds later and they walk away with their profit, which is nothing wrong with that. But I just love seeing people excited, saying, oh, I dream of this moment. I wish I'll never give it away. And then 2 seconds later, they sell it, right? We saw a lot of that. I think obviously Michael Jordan, Kobe, I just want them to keep it iconic. I don't want it to be like, all sorts of random players.
Yeah.
I don't want this to turn into a thing where they do these drops all the time for every guy that was sort of half popular at one point in his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't need a Karl Malone, obviously. Well, that's not even popular, but guys like that, we just don't need it. We don't even need a Steve Nash, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it super iconic to Kobe, to MJ and guys like that only, right? Patrick Ewing, I don't know. That's not very iconic, but I'll get eaten alive for saying that. But
even hearing you say this, Phil, and just reading the chat, and I want to say, chat, I haven't highlighted a lot of messages tonight, but chat is on point. So we're gonna take a minute. I will take a minute to highlight some of the best messages from the chat so far, because they are very good. I don't think any of that shit matters until the platform is good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like, I think maybe what I'm expressing is like, even hearing you reflect it back to me now live, it's like, I think what I'm trying to say is like, save that for when it's like the platform is thriving, for when like whatever you consider to be the platform is doing well, save it for that point where it's like, all right, people are excited. You have like 1 million people active daily. I don't even know if that's ever going to happen. But like, save it for that time.
Well, what if this is what's keeping it going, man? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it is because it's marketing. It's marketing. You're right.
Well, they can't save it.
It's just marketing. It's just straight up marketing. You know what I mean?
Right,
and especially having like Magic. And did you hear this thing about how like when Magic was on the Spaces, they're like, which players on Top Shot you want to collect? And he's like, oh, like MJ, Kobe, and it's like, no, they don't even. You don't even know. Sorry, Magic. They're not even. Well, I mean, that's okay, man. I don't expect Magic Johnson to go.
No, but it's funny because you can tell when things are paid partnerships. It's almost all of them are paid partnerships.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
No, but you want to see, there are a few players that have come out of the woodwork, naturally collecting without even being paid by Top Shot.
You mean like Michael Carter Williams and the guys?
No. We're not going there, man. That was wild, dude. That generated a lot of buzz in the space today.
I'm surprised we're not talking about that tonight, because that's some good.
It's pretty wild. Right, it caught fire earlier today. A lot of pissed off people, and it all came about because of pissed off people. There's a group of collectors that just got really pissed, and they said it's unacceptable. When you get rugged by a group of people that you don't know who they are, it's one thing. Okay, your chances of getting that back, not good. They just vanish into the space, and you never hear from them again. But when it's professional athletes, promising you this, promising you that, and then you receive that workout tank top there that we saw. Instead of
I gotta pull up the thread. I gotta pull up the thread. Now, okay, we're talking about it now.
Holy
Phil,
shit,
can you just rewind and like just start from the top as to like what exactly?
So I don't even know what the hell this thing was. What was it? Players only? Is that what it's called, or is it players only?
Yes.
I only knew about it when they collabed with, not when they collabed with Ballers, when they ran a contest to see which NFT project they would have featured on Michael Carter Williams' shoe. Okay. Yeah. And I hate to make this reference, but Pac Rip Ewing actually bashed that the first day it came out, and everyone destroyed him, saying, what a joke. Michael Carter Williams probably won't play the rest of the year anyways, and he'll never wear this shit on his shoes. And, we've had some funny stuff going on with Pac Rip sometimes, but he turned out to be right in this case.
I say
right?
Pac Rip has been really sharp in the past, especially he was sharp
on
with
bullshit.
The Kobe 24 project as well, which turned into a total mess where he had a Twitter Spaces confrontation with them, and warned people. So he's been sharp with his like basketball. Is it a rug or not a rug project?
Well, he called it a sham from the beginning. So he said you're never going to see Ballers, and
Yeah. So basically, this players only thing that came out of the Doge Pound launch pad basically had all these players like Jeremy Grant, Michael Carter-Williams, and Terrence Ross attached to it, saying they were going to do all this stuff. And there's this amazing thread today about basically how it was a rug. I'll share it. I'll put it in the chat, and I don't know if we'll share it.
It's a good thread.
Maybe Zach will write about it in the newsletter tomorrow if he's feeling generous. But
hint.
Yeah, well, he's in here. Anyway, so basically, there's this thread detailing about how, to sum it up, basically, they sold these NFTs. They promised all this stuff. They never did it. The players never really spent time in the Discord like they would. And then that they were supposed to get signed. People were supposed to receive signed jerseys, and this is what one of them looks like.
What is this, man? Look at the icons too.
For anybody listening back on audio, it's literally like, just imagine you go down to like your local, like, I don't know, what's like a Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. Like, what do people have in the States? Like your most basic, like giant sports retailer,
like Goodwill or Byway,
Sports Check in Canada. No, I'm saying, hold on, let me finish my story. Imagine you go down to Dick's Sporting Good or Sports Check or something like that, and then you end up buying a shirt, and then you donate it to Goodwill, and then somebody else is at Goodwill and they find the shirt. That's what it looks like. Like, it's just like this like tank top that I'm assuming is signed. I don't see where it's signed. And it's all wrinkled. Anyways,
it's not signed.
It's just total mess.
This is something Terrence Ross wore, and then they all called each other like, okay, they're getting pissed. What do we do? Yeah. Everyone pull one of these out of your locker and send it to a fan. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
And they'll be happy. Like, what is this, man?
And then the guy who started the project left the project. And
why do millionaires need to rug people, though? That's what I don't get. I don't think they're purposely rugging people. I think they get excited about something, and I think they don't want to follow up on it once they see that the space is kind of going down a bit. Right. So when the NFTs kind of went downwards, they're like, oh, screw this. We're not interested anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But when you're in the public eye, man, you have more responsibility to keep things going.
I think
Darren Fox and you tell everybody you're an idiot.
There's been a lot of weird shit where players have put their name on something and not realize the commitment, or athletes. Athletes. I do understand, from what I understand, from what I've learned in the last year and a half, it's like athletes are looking for opportunities, because despite making big salaries, it's like after taxes and all their trainers, all that kind of shit, it's not as much money. It's way more money than we're making, but it's they're still looking for other sponsorship opportunities and stuff. Right. So I think they've been, there's been a lot of hard lessons learned in the NFT space. Before we move on, I do want to highlight some of the best comments from the chat. This one from K Dunn. Why is LG's beard ginger and Phil's is dark AF? Are you lot defo related?
That's good. Whose burner is that?
I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great question.
Is that you, Dad?
MKU Hoops says, let's talk about the $27 million real estate property NFT, LOL, which is pretty good. We tweeted that earlier. People are asking about Brian Scalabrine collections, which is good. God. De'Aaron Fox rugged us on Kings on his like Kings Fox,
and then he came clean about it. He's like, yeah, I'm done with this. See ya.
Yeah, and he focused on his season, and there's a few other good comments here that I haven't seen. But
you know what we need, LG? Thanks, the comments are nice great. And all, but what we
hold on, here it is. Hold on, wait. Sorry, the last comment was from Stone Cold. I just saw it. It's when we were listening to the Screaming Men, and he just commented the first moan, which is going to be the name of our screen. Would you guys pay chat? Would you guys mint for free NFTs of me and Phil just screaming? Because if so, we could totally make that happen. 10,000 generative NFTs. Phil and I will scream once, and then we'll just get an AI to mix them into 10,000 different screams, and you guys can mint it for free. That'd be perfect.
The Wieners account right now is commenting on the way we spelt Wieners, which I told you before the show. I knew somebody would notice, man.
Did we spell it wrong?
Yeah, we definitely spelled it wrong. Pull that graphic up again. It is not how you spell Wieners. But they're understanding.
Oh, you mean on the thing? Listen. On the rapid fire thing, here it is. Wieners. Wieners.
Yeah.
I didn't. This is how it is. I can't do this without not showing you. Okay. So we'll talk about Wieners in a second. Rapid fire number 3. WWE NFTs. Very exciting. They came out last week. They reveal on Friday. And I was literally, before the show, I was trying to like pull them up. And then Phil, I literally couldn't find the spot on the website where you can actually see your own account. So if you could actually help me figure this out, I can see Marketplace. These look really cool. They're EV Plus. They're sold out packs. They're the first like real, I guess, kind of real WWE NFTs. There was an Undertaker drop last week that was officially licensed, but when I asked about that in the Discord, they didn't like that.
No, don't mention anything else in there, man. They get really pissed.
They didn't like that shit.
They fucking lose it.
Yeah, they didn't like that. But Phil, how do I see my account? Because I pulled a legendary Mankind.
Are you logged in right now?
I don't know. How do I know if I'm logged in? There's nowhere here that says
I know, it's
my
terrible,
account.
man. Go to get started.
Oh, there we go.
I hate this shit. And then log in. Should log you in by itself. If you've logged in before, it should log you in.
Oh my god.
Oh, someone's gonna decode this. Be careful, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Phil, are you still holding yours?
I only got one pack in the end, but I got Cody Rhodes, who actually won the main event on.
Yeah, he did, and he tore his pectoral.
Yeah,
I saw that. That's
it was pretty brutal, and he went from $15 to like $40
there you go.
After that. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna have his video highlight from that match. You know, like did they leave that open to having videos from the most recent pay-per-view, which would be pretty badass, right?
Yeah.
They've got some really good things going for them on this website, and then they have some really shitty things going for them.
Okay.
You know, parts of it are shitty, but
okay, what's shitty? What's shitty and what's good?
I love the marketplace. You can see all the recent purchases and stuff like that. If you go back to the top, I'll show you where you can see it. You can see the highest purchases, all that. You can't even see that on other websites without going nuts. So if you go to activity on the right, it'll show you the most recent purchases, which is actually pretty cool.
I do like that. Yeah.
If you were watching or following during the pay-per-view last weekend, people were buying as the thing was playing out. Like Cody Rhodes went nuts. There was a ton of purchases.
And the packs, the unopened packs are going for, this one sold for double the mint price. So that's pretty good.
We never know why that happens. It's actually insane. It happens with
is that not the floor?
No. Okay, so if you want to see the floor, you have to go to trade and then you put something in, and it actually tells you on that little bar. So write like Cody Rhodes, or just write Rhodes and then press enter.
Oh, it kind of
it just automatically goes to him, and then it shows you the floor on the right, which I like. Right, like I like that, man. It shows you the active listings.
You don't even have to filter.
No, you don't need to filter, right? So it's actually pretty cool.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. No huge purchases yet, but
in a sell cases, right?
I feel like WWE once their fans,
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Once their fans actually kind of jump into NFTs, if that ever happens.
Yeah,
that's kind of the audience that would be like cult buying these things and really getting into them. Like if they gave them utility, because I feel that every single wrestling event is the same fans. I don't know why. I just feel it's the same people at every event that go to wrestling events every time it's in their city. So if you gave them added utility for owning NFTs, I think, man, they'd probably go nuts, right? Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't know, man. I like it. They didn't sell too many cases. Right?
No, it was only like 3,300 or something like that. And I do like
legends and current.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like what we were saying before about. I was like, don't drop too many NBA legends too quickly. Like,
that's right.
To kind of, I don't know if that's hypocritical, but I like that it's like right off the bat, there's like Mankind in here, and that might be because I got one, and there's only 10 of them.
Oh, you got a really special one, man. You got a really sick one.
Here's my Mankind.
But for those who don't know, it's not just like press that play button for a second. Nothing happens. But on Friday, these are all going to reveal into a moment from Hell in a Cell in the past involving this WWE superstar, which is really cool because we all know what's coming for Mankind. There's a reason they made it only 10 of them. It's going to be the one where he jumps off the top of the cage. And pretty much kills himself, right? We know that's going to be the one.
Which one? Because are you talking about the one where Undertaker throws him off the top of the cage?
No. I think it's that other one there. I don't know who was on the bottom of it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But there's another one where he just launches himself and the guy jumps off the announcer's table and he goes right through the table. I think it'll be that.
Right.
So pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if you liked wrestling at any point, I love that we know a bunch of these wrestlers. I was afraid they're going to use all the new ones because I don't follow anymore. And I'm like, man, I don't want to deal with that. I feel that the characters are not as interesting as they used to be. Right. But no, they involved a bunch of old ones, which is, and they can still do that. Right. So
it had a golden era, like in the late 80s, early 90s. And then again, at the end, like the Attitude Era of the late 90s was also like the Stone Cold era and the Rock and all that kind of stuff. Really, they had a lot of amazing superstars then, but I think it kind of died off. I think MMA kind of ate into the market a little bit because people realize that they actually would rather watch real fighting than fake fighting. So even though
my daughter says all the time,
these guys get hurt.
Why would you want to watch this?
This is still like it's real. Like Mankind didn't not launch off 40 feet in the air, but still, I think MMA kind of ate into the market a little bit. Or honestly, Phil, we just grew out of it. It changed, and it didn't change in a way that we still liked it, you know,
Not
and
the
it
same.
still has a cult following, but it still has a huge market. But I like these NFTs. I got a lot of the old wrestlers that, I mean, I don't know if I ever liked DX, like Degeneration X, but they were the villains. But and then I got a bunch of people I don't know. Like who's MVP? I don't know who the hell that is. Who's this guy?
I don't know. I remember the name and I remember him, but I just don't remember that much about him. We'd have to get Stone Cold on here to talk about that. He probably knows everybody.
So these, yeah. Somebody just said, "Give me Val Venus."
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Todd. Todd, you know me really well, man. Real quick story. The only time I ever got in major trouble in high school, and I'll just say it real quick, was when I organized a wrestling event at lunchtime. I booked the cafeteria stage, told them it was going to be a seminar on like whatever. And we organized about 20 people to be part of this wrestling event with the full music, chairs, ladders, everything. And my character, even though I was the organizer, was Val Venus. And I came out dripped in water, wearing nothing but a towel. That was like the opening act. I came out, did my little dance, went back. And then we had a Mankind. We had a Vince McMahon. We had chair shots, Stone Cold. We got in big trouble for that. We'll have to bring the First Mint Mom on one time to discuss. Maybe she doesn't remember that well, but it was actually pretty cool, man. People loved it. Like the crowd went insane. But
that's not.
You know those people that watch at lunchtime. They're not really teachers. They're like just randoms that watch kids at lunch, make sure they don't do anything crazy. They didn't know what to do.
Random adults.
Yeah, I don't remember it being teachers. It was always those people that watch, like overlook the school cafeteria or people outside. I don't know, man. They didn't know what to do. It was a perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's good shit. Okay, last topic, and this is the Phil plug. Phil, wieners, whiners, Friday Mint. Is there anything else we need to know about wieners before Fridays?
All you need to know about wieners Mint is if you were one of the lucky 150 people who collected a First Mint POAP from last week's show, the one with the wiener on the front, you will have the ability to mint your free wieners tomorrow. And I'll be posting more information about that during the day on how to claim it and what the process is. It'll be one per wallet. There's only about 5,000 of them. So these are going to disappear. Like this thing took off, man. A lot of people are all over it. All sorts of random people. I didn't know this, but there's a lot of random people getting excited that don't even watch our show or don't listen to what I have to say about wieners. But man, that wieners account.
Are you writing these tweets from the wieners
No,
account?
listen, I have nothing to do with it whatsoever. All right. The team is the team. I know the team. Huge fan of the team. Like I said last week,
someone's going to find out who the team is.
Depends if they want to be known. And if you want to do your research, you can find them pretty easily. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty active.
Where did they show any previews? Oh, here we go. Here's some.
There's tons of them, man. Those are the 1 of 19, like ultra rare wieners. And I can envision a time, LG, when people go to NFT NYC and conferences like that, and they run into the wieners cart at every event. You know, something like that.
The wieners cart. Holy shit.
Yeah, pretty exciting. I think they're going to sell out pretty quick. A lot of people are all over it. I know that this team is like I said last week, real quick, very generous team, very innovative team, very excited to do this. They don't even need to do this. They just want to have some fun with it. And it's not a joke project. They put a lot of thinking behind it, and they want it to be something that works and want to bring a lot of utility to holders. And again, they're taking that approach that we're seeing a lot of people do recently, which is the free mint, right? Free mint, and we'll figure something out later. But they're not in it for huge profits. I know that for a fact. Like I said, they just want to have fun. So if you want to have fun, mint your free wieners on Friday. If you have a POAP from the First Mint from last week, you get to mint tomorrow. If you have all the POAPs so far this year, you know what? DM me and we'll see what we can do for you.
There you go. That's it. Somebody just said, this feels a lot like Connor's segment. And with that said, we do have to get to Connor's segment.
Bring him in.
25 minutes from game time. We did want to keep this a short hour. So Phil, that was a great rapid fire. Let's get Connor in for Connor's Rug Emporium, and then we'll end on Quad giving us a little 101. And we'll have a nice little tidy show. So you want to do the applause for Connor? Should we do the applause? Bring him back.
Yes, every time.
He's back. He's back from Vegas. Back from Vegas.
He has to tell us what happened.
Connor. There he is.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah,
Whoa.
Dude,
Whoa.
Connor.
What's up, Connor?
Not much. I'm living.
You're living or you're livid?
Both. Both.
Which one did you try and say?
Living. G.
You're living. Okay, you're living. Yeah.
You know, Connor, I'm a little under the weather, but okay.
Everyone who goes to Vegas seems to come back under the weather, man.
Vegas, man. Yeah, that's gonna happen to us in New York.
I have to say, Connor, every single time I hear you speak, you remind me of that dude that banged Stifler's mom in American Pie. What was his name? What's his name, man? What was his name? It is, man. Play his voice.
Fish. That is not. Connor does not sound like that.
Yes, he does, man. Everything he says. Yes, absolutely.
No.
We're gonna have to get some Finch lines and have Connor say them for us, and people can make a decision on their own if he sounds exactly like him. But anyways, welcome back, Connor. I don't know how much you can tell us about your trip, dude, but tell us about your trip.
Amazing.
It was good. It flew by. It was hot, but yeah, I lost. I definitely did not win my goblin back. The wallet was empty by the time I came back, but it was good.
Weren't you celebrating wins on night one, saying you doubled your money or something?
I 4x the first night, and then it just went downhill from there.
4x.
Oh wow, 4x! Wow, holy shit, man! So you did not make enough money to win your goblin back, is what you're telling me?
No. I probably spent enough to get it back, but that's what you do. You go to Vegas, you know you're usually not gonna come back a winner.
Okay.
It's all right. Connor, listen, let's just pull up the shit that you made me grab last week, which I think is still worth about the same thing. What were they called last week that we minted together?
It was Alfie Town.
Alfie Town.
Can we get an update on if those things like skyrocketed or if they went straight to shit?
Let me pull it up. Let me pull up Alfie Town here. Hold on.
Alfie World? Is it Alfie World?
I gotta turn on some lights, man.
Whatever. There we go.
Whoa,
here we go. Here it is. Here's my Alfie Town.
I gotta turn on some lights.
I bought it for 0.009, and now the floor is 0.002. Connor, you rugged me, man. How much money even is that? It's $4.
Are you serious?
These are $4 now. These are literally $4.
Give it time. Give it time.
Give it time, dude. This thing is dead. But I'm here for more pain, man. I've been told I'm a glutton for pain. So
I
see Quad laughing in the background. Let's get Quad in here too, because I know Quad wants to chat this shit. Guys, welcome back, Quad. All right. Quad, what's up, man?
Oh, for fuck.
What?
Throw him back out.
What? Now I said, hey, in Goblin.
No, we don't do that here. We don't do that anymore.
Hey, in Goblin. So.
What a mess. Okay, Quad's in here for color commentary. Connor, what rug are we minting this week?
Here's the thing. Like I told you earlier in the day, LG, I thought it was free mint today. It's not. It was pre-mint today. I didn't get in. But
for what?
Seriously, dude, show us.
Project. Hey, what are you talking about?
This is a winner. You got to look up.
This is Gino's.
Who? Gino's Big Town Chef.
I tried to get in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Nothing beats Gino. He's probably a scammer. He's going to see all sorts of activity on his project.
You guys know him. He's Gino DeCampo. You know, he's the Italian chef.
Is it this?
That's the one.
This looks like this doesn't look like a rug at all. This has like a bunch of projects we know as partners.
Yeah, so Gino DeCampo, you can pull him up. He's like a big chef. He's got a show with Gordon Ramsay. It's a free mint. They did the pre-mint today. Free mint. The floor right now is like 0.039. It's like $70.
Why is it so low?
I don't know.
Disaster, man. What do you mean?
But from what I've learned,
it's free.
What do they look like?
It's free. Oh, it's free.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure
they're kind of like the guys up there.
Go take a look.
I mean, what is this, man? No reveal.
So it's not even profit.
And I think it's gonna be, from what I've learned in the video, it said it's a play to earn NFT metaverse. So it's almost gonna be like a chef game, is what I'm hearing. But like Gino DeCampo, he's a pretty big guy. I think we got a winner here, boys.
I don't know who he is. Is he big? Like,
it's got play to earn. Like, it's got the buzzwords. I'm intrigued.
Oh wow, it's got merch as part of its roadmap.
Ooh,
and it has founders doxed as part of the roadmap or something like that.
What's on the picture, LG?
We'll pay our
Discord. Hold on. Wait. The real question is, how often does it ping the Discord?
Ooh.
Is it more under or over twice an hour?
That's a big no-no. Why are you
I have
laughing,
no-
man? Tell us.
I'm not even in the Discord.
Oh my
That's the
god,
weird
are you
part.
serious, dude? You're trying to sell us on something where you're not even in the Discord?
No, that's the
Yeah.
ultimate rug. Is just like something where he's
There
like,
is
I
no
don't even
Discord. Yeah, I
participate
love
in
that
this
one.
thing.
See, I was
Okay.
feeling positive about it. So if I jumped in the Discord and it was hell on earth, then I'd have to pull it. But I think, what do you think, Quad? What do you think we got going here?
Hey, I mean, it's a free mint that's already trading at what, 70, $80. I mean, in this market, that's not too bad.
We got to get this guy on the show. You have a connection, Connor, to get this guy on the show? We need to talk to this dude,
With
Gino.
Gino?
the Campo?
You
Yeah.
want Gino the
I
chef?
want Gino, man. I want Gino to come on and talk about
He has
these
2
things.
million followers. Let's just, yeah, Connor, if you could call Gino, if you could DM him and hit him up and get him on
Well, sweet.
tonight, that'd be great.
I'll do my
We
best.
should do our own
No
cooking
promises.
show.
Yeah. You know, that's a great idea. We should spend these live shows doing completely non-NFT things as a way to like spend. What do we do during the bear market? Like Quad taught us how to prepare like a cheese plate, and I don't know. Phil showed us how to drink Tim Hortons or something like that. Like we'll actually like learn cool like culinary things.
If you want to end the show forever, yeah, let's go in that direction. There's nobody sticking around before an NBA Game 3 Finals to watch any of us do muffins or some bullshit like that. Trust me on that. unless it's something out of control. But
okay, so am
right.
I buying one of these? Is that what I have to do?
Will they ever be revealed? Is the question. Like, what's going on there?
There was a comment.
I think it said
see
5 days.
Yeah, it said reveal in 5 days. Chef Pierre, the
When did they
Ape,
say
is
this?
CEO. Just 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Todd in the chat said reveal in about 5 days.
Is that a picture of someone in a microwave? I can't tell. I don't have my glasses.
What? Where? Oh, this? Like
yeah.
the main
What is
thing?
it?
Oh yeah. What is the graphic?
What is that?
Is that a person in a microwave?
No, seriously, man. I can't tell what it is. Can't blow it up.
Blow that graphic up.
How do I? Okay, is this gonna? I can't see anything after this. Is this big? You see it?
As big as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is, man. Okay. Somebody's getting morphed into a machine or something.
Mm.
You know who had this
A chef.
exact same animation? Is Pantoufle. Exact same. They would put like a regular
You're always
character in a
talking
fucking
about this
machine
project.
and turn into something else.
Wait, okay. Quick question: Is that actually a project? I feel like
Yeah.
it's been this made up project that he like just has like.
Oh no!
as
Wait,
his,
what's
like,
this? Oh no!
best
So
friend.
Phil's
They're all
which one
locked.
is
They're
it?
all locked in my other wallet. I'm really
There we
pissed. Like
go.
my
So
Bruce
Phil's
Willis is
obsessed with this thing. They're literally like liquid.
See?
So
look,
Phil-
go higher. Go
Phil-
higher. Show how it goes in the machine. Go to the homepage.
Go to the what?
See
What's
that
the
how he's being
homepage?
morphed at the top?
It's
there
not
with
even linked. There's not even okay. So
No.
let me tell you the story. Let me tell you. No, Phil. Let me tell you the story. Quad. So Phil messaged me one day, like 8 months ago, and he's like, "Yo, there's this sick artist from Quebec that I know or like know of, and he's made these like cool, like these like fat rat like cultural like pop culture things."
That's what you
And
should be
the
buying.
name of the project is Slippers Universe.
Yeah.
And a slipper in French, like a pair of slippers, is pantoufle. So that's why every time Phil says pantoufle, he is referring to this project. And Phil bought a bunch of these, but they are in his wallet that he lost the keys to.
Yeah.
So they are locked. Half of these are like locked away in Phil's wallet literally forever.
John McClane
Yeah,
is the
along
best
with,
one
like,
with his bleeding
$20,000
feet.
at UNS.
Yes,
Oh,
along with
dude,
his
stop.
yeah. with all
That
his
thing is
thousands
stuck
of
in
dollars of
Uniswap.
UNS
Quad.
now.
I was swapping the money in. Is it Uniswap? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
That's where I got screwed up. I got so pissed because it wasn't working that I deleted MetaMask off my phone, and that it was history. I was transferring all those tokens into cash, trying to send them. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I'll never get it
Anyways,
back.
this
These
is
are
Ponto.
sweet,
If
dude.
anybody wonders what the hell Phil's always talking about, this is
Connor,
this
you need to
is-
feature this on one of your segments, man. This is the way to go. Look at these things.
No,
These
it's
things are
Phil.
beauties.
What are you talking about, man? This is. I don't know what the hell Phil.
How much are they? Click on one.
They're literally none listed.
How? They're no longer
Well,
listed.
diamond-handed holders, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm the only
Well,
holder.
half of them are
OG
in
is the
Phil's
only
account.
other
Anyways,
holder.
half of them are in Phil's account. Let's see. Nothing
Holy
has
shit.
happened for. There's only been 6 ever sold. 2 of them are to me, and 4 of them are to you.
But this guy has like 3 or
These
4 million followers.
Nobody's
on
ever
Instagram,
even
man.
bought these. He listed them and then delisted them.
Look at my
you can't
Undertaker.
even fucking buy these.
How much did you spend on these? 0.01?
Yeah,
we
man, it
spent
was
like
pretty good
$20
deal.
each, man. Yeah. So
Solid.
Phil, okay, let's look at the ones Phil bought the Undertaker one. Okay, here it is.
Go to
This is the
John
Undertaker
McClane.
one.
God,
I
this is
bought Spider-Man. Okay, I bought the Spider-Man one. I thought listen.
That's
Anything
like the
listen,
Spider-Man you're gonna see in Times Square in New York City.
That's exactly what it is.
It's
Exactly what it is.
fucking
Someone make
with
an
the
offer
tear
on
in
that.
the ass too.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Listen, but you have to understand why I went all over these too, because it's like, don't forget, I'm still living with the trauma of over a year ago when Phil texted me being like, "Listen, are we getting these apes?" And I was like, "Shut up about the apes, they suck." And it's just like, and so I'm still living with that. So anything Phil's like, "Let's get this," like even things like wieners, I'm like, who knows? Maybe
Who knows?
Phil's right. Maybe
All
he's
in.
right. I don't know. So I've always kind of feel that way. I got this Tron one. I'm a big Tron fan.
That's actually
big
kind of cool.
Yeah,
are
see,
cool, man.
see,
Respect.
and I was like, maybe Phil's right. Maybe Phil's onto something here.
But did the artist pull them? Is that what happened? Like, where are they?
I don't know. Why don't you
understand.
message him? You're his
the
buddy.
listing
Phil.
probably
You know him.
expired.
I bought this one.
Phil bought the Batman one, and
And
then Phil bought the John McClane.
I love
one,
this
which
one,
is
man. I
Also,
want it
actually,
back.
also kind of cool.
I want it back, man.
And then he also bought the Homer Simpson one.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody wants some Slippers universe, I
can't
guess
get
you could go and you get Smurfette and Catwoman and Boba Fett and Juggernaut and
Asterix et Obélix.
that's it. Yes, that's
Arsenic
it.
is gonna
Alien,
make an offer on all of these.
Inspector Gadget.
No, there's
There you go.
what's that show called where they kill each other? The game, Squid Game. You know what?
Where they kill each other. What's the show called? Where they
Look at
kill
that,
each
man. I would have bought that one if my wallet was still good. Come on.
other?
See,
Okay.
Connor, your project got vetoed by this. LG.
What were we
loves
looking at? Oh, right, the Gino DeCampo
Gino.
thing. Okay, so am I buying this? Is this what I have to do?
these. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think we all have
to
to.
get one.
And then
We all
message
have
Gino.
to. Well, are there more free mints coming for Big Town Chef?
Yeah,
Are
there's
there
the
more?
public tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can
Oh, okay,
register
no,
right
I'm just gonna
there.
get. I gotta get one for free, man. I'm not buying one on secondary. Yeah, right. I'm getting that shit. Wait, it says June 15th. That's in a week.
What's going on here?
Yeah, the pre-sale was yesterday. The public is free
Oh,
on
look at-
June 16th.
We got all the info LG has
'Cause
to connect.
I
your
took
fingers.
my spin through Twitter for
Oh,
Connor, dude.
Connor's
is this guy?
gone.
Yeah,
they were
I know.
all
Oh.
dogs.
Well,
What is
Okay.
happening?
all right. Connor, is there any other projects you want us to rug into?
No, it's,
To
it's,
rug
Geno's,
into.
it's Geno's to the moon. I did hear of this one cool one though called Alfie World. So if you guys are interested in that,
No,
Still diving.
Okay.
That was a disaster. Honestly, man.
That floor is thin, though. I mean,
Your new thing, Connor, is when you present these projects, you got to find the people behind them and you got to try and bring them on the show. Okay. We want to know who the hell these people are, and that'll make it more exciting because they're obviously all trying to pull rug.
That is
bullshit,
not.
right?
Don't follow those directions. You're not allowed to do that. There's no. You're not. Don't listen to Phil. This is
Okay.
this. Phil's. Just
hey,
trying to
Phil,
trick-
do you remember
trick
that
Connor
time that
with this
LG
kind
went
of
out of town and just dumped this guest on us? That was probably the worst possible guest we've had
Shit.
in the
Who was it?
history of
You
the
talking
show.
about Zakarian?
No, I'm not.
Who was the
throwing
guest?
people
I
under
can't
the bus.
remember.
You're gonna have to think about it, but
Oh,
it was
shit.
Newbie was on.
Okay.
And I feel like LG just like purposely when he was out of town
Went
dumped
out
this
of town.
guest
He was in his backyard.
Dumped
Yeah.
this guest on us. It was
Quad, you're
bad.
in luck. Nobody knows this yet, but Phil and I are going on vacation together at the end of July. So somebody's going to have to manage the show, and it's going to be you and Connor.
Oh,
and
my
but
God.
don't worry, I will line up some guests for you. So
Oh
it'll be fine.
no!
Yeah, bring that person back. I don't even know who it is, but bring them back.
Oh my
But
gosh!
LG, before the show ends and before we go any further, I have something to say. All right.
Oh
And I have
shit!
to,
Hold on,
I have to say it.
Wait,
right
wait.
the F.
I've got some announcements to make right now, man. Like, I got a lot of shit to say, and I want to say it right now.
Okay, we're going to keep this real short, and I want to hear what the panel has to say. Can you pull up the poll I put up earlier? I want to discuss this. I want to reveal who the NBA player was, and I just want to get the panel's opinions. And please don't tell me anything I want to hear. I want to hear what you guys actually think. So
you did something earlier like that.
last night, I took my daughter to a CEBL game, which is the Canadian Elite Basketball League. All right.
Oh, here we go.
A lot of former NCAA players in there, a lot of Canadian basketball players. They now have international players. For those who don't know, J. Cole plays for the local team here, Scarborough, which is literally the arena is like 10 minutes from my house. It's located in somewhat in the hood, kind of really authentic feel to it. Drake is at every game. Tons of celebrities are at every game. There's only been 2 home games, but they've been celebrity filled with NBA players, NHL players, all sorts of people, local celebrities, and Drake, and the atmosphere has been unbelievable. So I took my son to the first game. I took my daughter to the second game, which was last night. And while we were sitting there, Drake made his big entrance. I have a video of that. It was actually hilarious. He came in when nobody was in the arena. He doesn't usually do that, but like there was no one there. And then we noticed about midway through the first quarter that in the front row was an NBA player. And it turns out it's my daughter's favorite NBA player, maybe ever. Okay. So while we were waiting for, between quarters or whatever, some kids were actually going up to Drake and taking pictures with him, which I'm surprised. You usually can't go near Drake, but because it's a smaller arena, they kind of let people move around where they want. There's no one that prevents people from going on the court, shit like that. So people were going up with their kids. A few kids took pictures with Drake, and she's like, wow, I wish I could do that. But then she saw her favorite NBA player, and she's like, man, how can I get a picture with him? I said, well, at halftime, when we're not bothering this person, we can try and sneak to the front, and you can ask for a picture. I'm not going to ask. You can go ask, hey, Mr. So-and-so, can I get a picture with you? So we waited till halftime. Nobody had noticed that this player was there. They were in the front row unnoticed. She went up to him, and I was right there with her camera, ready to just take a real quick picture and gone. And she said, excuse me, Mr. So-and-so, can I have a picture with you, please? And he looked back at her and at me, and he said, no, I can't. I said, what did he say again? He said something like, nah, I can't do it. And that was kind of it. So she was like,
no, you wrote in the tweet that she felt embarrassed.
She felt embarrassed, kind of humiliated a bit, because she was already kind of like nervous about even asking for a picture. She kept saying, can you please do it? And I'm like, no, you go do it. It'll be more authentic from you. You're the big fan, right? Like I'm a fan too, but no, you do it. Like they don't want to hear from adults. And then we went back to our seats, but I could tell it impacted her mood and how she feels the rest of the game. I just knew it. So I went into full dad mode. My first reaction in dad mode is I wanted to kick his ass and tell him he's a fucking loser. But no, I'm obviously not going to make a scene like that. And I started thinking like, listen, right away, I thought of like when I go into a Spaces and people invite me up right away, I don't want to do that. I'm just there to listen. So maybe he's just there to watch the game, doesn't want to be bothered. And somebody actually said it on Twitter today, and I thought the same thing. Maybe if he takes one picture with someone, then all sorts of people are going to start showing up and bother him the rest of the game. Okay. So yeah, two sides of the coin. I saw both. She left happy. She left saying things like, you know what? I respect his space. At least I got to meet him and talk to him for 2 seconds. It's all good. Right. But I knew it kind of still affected her, and it bothered me all night, to be honest with you. Anyways, that player was Jamal Murray, and he was sitting front row. We haven't seen him there before. And you guys know this. Her Top Shot account, which ended up being banned because she's underage, she had she spent like $800. Yeah, well, we'll discuss that some other time. But she ended up spending $800
all her allowance money
on a Jamal Murray rare at the time, right? That was her big holy grail. And that's her favorite player by far. So you can imagine what that would do for a kid that age just to get a picture. And you can also imagine what it would do to be told no, by that person. So, which is something I think the players maybe don't understand, but I know they have their reasons. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that, guys. I mean, everyone has boundaries. I saw Steph Curry videos today where he completely ignores little kids asking for pictures with him and autographs. So I don't know. I'd like to hear some thoughts. Really quick.
I know I can just jump out of ahead of what Quad's going to say.
Yeah.
Where Quad is going to ask us what's worse, being turned down by Jamal Murray or spending $800 on a Jamal Murray moment and having it be worth $20.
This is a year ago.
I can guarantee that is what that is what Quad is going to say immediately.
This was Western Conference Finals moment too. The ones that they supposedly burn.
The burn ones. Yes. Yeah. I remember that. When you told me
quick thoughts, and I want to wrap this up because I want to be done with it. It's the first time I reveal who the player was, because I wasn't interested in dragging them into this. Not that they would ever see the messages, but I didn't feel there was any need to say that. And she was only inspired by Drake doing it, or else she wouldn't have even thought of it.
Right.
Quad, let's hear it, man. Real quick.
I mean, I just believe that obviously it like depends on the time and the place, right? Like if you're asking for Curry for a photo like during pregame warmups or whatever, like that's stupid, right? But in an instance like that where it literally would have taken nothing but 5 seconds, I don't believe the players owe it, but I believe that the players should be conscious enough to know that they represent their team, and half the reason why they're as well known as they are is because of the fans. The fan, if there were no fans, they would not be playing in the arenas that they're playing in, making the money that they're making, how much money he makes off of people just like your daughter that buy his jersey with their allowance money, right? Like stuff like that. And so I just think a player needs to be a little bit more conscious of almost the obligation that he has to represent as a professional athlete. You know, because you're still nothing without the fans.
Nice. Yep. No, I see that. Like I said, I see both sides. So I feel that. Connor, man, tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, I think he's at home, right? Players come home, or celebrities, they come home, and that's their time that they like. You know, if he's out in Denver and a kid asks for a picture, then he doesn't need to. He's there for business. You come home, there's kids there that have, like you say, have your jerseys and are big fans and spending money on you. Take the picture. You've come to Scarborough. You're in this small gym arena.
Ooh,
he's not going to get hounded.
I like that.
He's not going to get hounded. So just take the picture. You're at home. These fans love you regardless if you're at the Raptors or in Denver. So just take the picture.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree with take the picture. I will say that I don't think that making millions of dollars necessarily requires you to be some kind of exceptional person. Like you don't really have a choice to not be paid millions of dollars. You're good at basketball and you want to do that as a career and you're good enough to play in the NBA, you're going to be a celebrity. That's how it is. And that's not for everybody. Not everybody is good at being an exceptional stand-up person. And keep in mind, these people are young. It's hard to be a young, and Jamal is only 25. So it's hard to be a young person in the spotlight and have to carry that on your shoulders, mixed in. And he's been injured for over a year. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't played. He didn't play the season at all. So thinking from his side, what I will say is that where I think the line is for celebrity, can I talk to them? Can I not talk to them? Is context. Like, I think if a celebrity is like literally at the freaking 7-Eleven getting themselves some milk in their freaking in their sweatpants, and you're like, hey, I take a photo, and it's like 2 a.m. and they're like, fuck off, leave me alone. I think that's totally fine, man. Like, this guy's just getting some milk, whatever the hell, at 2 a.m. That's a weird scenario, but it's just like, you know what I mean? I think it's one thing where it's like they're going about their daily life just trying to like do a chore. That's fine. You're at a basketball event that is like created by the Diversity Alliance, which is trying to like that was created from like a lot of racist stuff that happened in hockey, Phil. That's been a really great organization and movement in Canada. You're there to even if you're there to just watch the basketball, sure, like you are there lending your celebrity to a great cause, trying to inspire young people, trying to make a change in your community. 100%, it's your responsibility to be there as a celebrity and to show up for your fans. So, but if he was like, I don't know, at the dry cleaners and your daughter was like, hey, let's take a photo, and he's like, no, I'm fucking dry cleaning right now. Like, I think that's okay. Like, I think that's where the difference is. It's like you are at a promotional event, dude. Like you are in a place where you are there as a celebrity. You're not there as a normal dude, right? So I think that's really important. So
yeah, for sure. And the lesson I taught her at the end is that I didn't want her to be discouraged from ever trying that again, because I'm like, you know what, she's never ever going to want to do something again, like put herself out there. But I said, this is what it's all about. You could do something 10 times, take your shot 10 times, and you may miss 5 times, you may make 5 times, but those makes will be worth it, right? Like imagine you did get the picture. 8 out of 10 guys would have said yes in that case. Trust me. Drake would have said yes. A lot of other guys would have said yes. Like Nikhil Alexander, what was it? Walker? Is that the other part of his name? SGA's cousin? NAW. I only know him as NAW. Anyways, he was there and nobody even knew who he was, like at all, right? So a guy like that, I feel, be like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. But yeah, you know what? The lesson was, take your shots. You miss some, you move on. Get back up, move on, try again, and eventually you will get the pictures. So she said she would hold them to it if she ever saw him again, and make sure she gets a picture. So it ended well. She was happy they won, and the crowd was already wild, and it was a good experience. But I felt bad about it the whole night. So I kind of wanted to get people's opinions, and it was pretty therapeutic to hear what people had to say on Twitter, and that's why I wanted to bring it up tonight. But it's not everybody's like that. That's what I told her. Some guys just don't like it, and they don't care what you think, right? You hear about it all the time. And somebody actually made a reference to Bobby Orr today. I think it was Drew from the First Mint community, who said he'll never forget when he was 10. He asked Bobby Orr for a picture and autograph, and was told later at the intermission. At the intermission, Bobby Orr vanished. And he became a Tampa Bay fan after that and never liked the Bruins again. So, yeah, it's tough, man, because she likes Jamal Murray. I like Jamal Murray, but now I'm just like, dude, you could have just taken the picture, man. You would have made her life by doing it, right? But it is what it is. What are you going to do?
Oh, well, fuck Jamal Murray, then.
At the end of the day, whatever. It is what it is. All right, let's move on. We're good.
Great. I like this is a completely different topic than we usually have. But Phil, thanks for bringing that up, and hopefully
real life situations.
hopefully she gets more opportunities. Maybe, you know, hopefully there's some other celebrities or and some other athletes are nicer to her or more accommodating. Okay, great. Well, let's wrap up the show. Quad, you're here to give us a tutorial. Talk to us about 10KTF, a project that you convinced me to get into months ago, and that's been a great decision. And we're here to learn. We're here to learn, man.
He also told me to get into it, and I never did when I moved into ETH. So
big mistake, dude.
No
maybe
shit.
Maybe it's not too late. So Quad's going to give us a little run through of a project that Beeple may or may not or be directly associated with, which he's in the Discord, so it's pretty obvious. But Quad, over to you, man.
Yeah, awesome. So 10KTF is a project that's actually been around for, I looked, since about September of last year. So in September of last year, people started seeing Bored Apes post photos of these shoes and these backpacks that had their logo on it. Here, I actually have some stuff pulled up for you here, LG. And so about 9 months ago, you could, if you owned an ape or or a couple other projects, you could essentially mint a backpack or a pair of shoes that had your ape on it. And that's just kind of all we knew at the time. So then they introduced this character that was running the shop that where you could make this, and his name was Wagmi-san. And so Wagmi-san is this guy right here. Well, if it'll pull up. He's gone right now.
Go to his Twitter page. He has a picture on his Twitter page.
This happened to me earlier today when I went to the store and he wasn't there.
Well, we'll go back to his Twitter in a bit. But yeah, so he's gone, which makes me think something's up. Wagmi-san essentially
he's there. Just refresh it, Quad. He's there. He's there. Just clicked on it. He's there. He's there. Okay. Yeah, just refresh or something like that. He's there. I see him.
Whoa!
They might be getting attacked.
There he is. Okay, so there's Wagmi-san. So he essentially opened up this shop in a city called New Tokyo, which is this city in the metaverse right now. And as you can tell by the items on the wall, there are all these different collections that if you own a parent profile picture of that, you can craft these different items. Okay, so as you can see up here, there's some hats, some hoodies, shoes, socks, backpacks, and all of that nature for a bunch of different projects. And so there's actually a list of these projects down here. So it's the Bored Apes, Mutants. You can read through that and see. Recently the CryptoPunks, MeBits, Nouns, and Moonbirds got added. And so if you own a profile picture from one of these collections, you can take a blank and you can essentially mint an item from that profile picture into the 10KTF. Now, why is this important? So that item, what it does is it acts as your entry into what is called the Battle for New Tokyo, which is part of this longer storyline that the 10KTF team has established. So one of the main things that a lot of people, including myself, love about this project is they are so good at storytelling. And this is like not a choose your own adventure, but an immersive project experience. Okay. So from the beginning till now, all the releases have been done in forms of sketches or animations and videos to progress the story along to where it is right now. So essentially, long story short, is Wagmi-san has this shop in New Tokyo, and then the bad guy, which is the Toads, right? They essentially try to
like the Cryptoads, like Cryptoads.
The Cryptoads, yep.
Cryptoads, yeah, Cryptoads, yeah.
They essentially try to like burn the shop down, steal all the items. They're like the bad people in the story, right? And so we, as members of New Tokyo and supporters of Wagmi-san, essentially fight against the Cryptoads in these series of battles. So far, there's been 3 different battles. And the way that you fight and earn points in battle is you equip your profile picture with those minted items. Okay. And so what that means is, like, let's say I take my Moonbird, for example. I can attach a hat, a hoodie, a backpack, and then something on the feet, whether it's socks or shoes, to get a full set of a profile, like a warrior ready to send into the battle. Okay. And so essentially 10 KTF stands for 10,000 true fans. So we're taking the fans of these traditionally 10,000 collection profile pictures projects, and allowing you to essentially obviously express that you're a fan of that with things that are right now metaverse, but will eventually be physicals, but also to participate in this whole narrative of the battle for New Tokyo and supporting Black Nissan. So that's kind of the overview of it. And then I just have a couple points of why people like the project and why you should pay attention to the project. Okay. And the first one is the one that we've talked about for so long, and it's called Bet on Teams, right? We've talked about this. I feel like ever since I even joined this space, it was pretty apparent you bet on teams. So who is this project ran by? This project is ran by a company called We Knew. Okay. We Knew is a company that is ran by a lot of very, very well-respected names in this space. So I'll get to that in a second. But essentially, you can see that they have 10 KTF is one of their projects. Altitude, which is a partnership. They have done Louis Vuitton's metaverse, so they have a partnership with them. They partnered with Gucci to do the Gucci Grails for that. And they also have We Knew Moments, which the first drop of that was the Andy Murray, I think happened about eight months ago. So, not only are they partnered with, Universal Music, Warner Music, Time, like all these, really good brands. They also have investors that are, really, really well known, from FTX to Ripple, Polygon, Animoca, all the poo-poo on Animoca right now.
Isn't Sound Ventures, that's Ashton Kutcher's company, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of really good really good partners and investment in this. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing that I want to show, though, is the team, which they've changed their profile pictures now to where it's not their photos anymore. It was a lot easier to point out who it was. But can I scroll through here? Where are they?
Oh, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for Beeple and all that. So this looks like the 10 KTF team and not the whole We Knew team, but essentially, okay, here we go. I think. So there we go. Okay, so it had just scrolled through. Co-founder Mike Winkleman, Beeple, which this is a just hilarious photo for him to use as his photo. Figgy, Guy Osieri, Tim Smith, who it is escaping me. I feel like he worked for either Adidas or Nike. Mm-hmm. But this has like a star-studded team of the people that founded We Knew. People came in the Discord the other day and was basically like, hey, like, there's some huge stuff coming. I wouldn't just come here and blow smoke up your ass, but there's some really big stuff coming with 10 KTF. But mainly, this team is so good at storytelling. And so when it comes to not only the connections that Guy brings with essentially every gigantic profile picture project in the space right now, but just, Figgy and people, especially on that artistic direction, is just, absolutely crushed it. The second thing is Genesis is king. Now, recently Genesis hasn't necessarily gotten a huge benefit over.
What is Genesis? What is Genesis? Explain to us what Genesis is.
Genesis, it means that it is just in that first batch that was able to be minted. Which the first batch that was able to be minted, I think, is like Bored Apes, Mutant Apes. There's like Pudgy Penguins somehow snuck in there. Cool Cats, I think, are in there. Like the original World of Women. So the very first, and it's a trait on OpenSea that you can go and look for. But the very first like time that Wagmi-san opened his shop for people to be able to mint is the Genesis items. Everything else is crafted, which right now hasn't killed you in terms of like rewards. But in terms of New Tokyo dollars, Genesis got an immediate double in New Tokyo dollars.
Right.
So the next point I just have that I feel like you just have to be more in the project to like really buy into is you just have to trust Wagmi-san, because you're on this like story arc, right? So and things happen every single Thursday. That's just how it goes. Thursday is like 10 KTF day, which, to be honest with you, I love, because nobody's like, win this, win that. It's just like, just wait till Thursday. There's going to be another update on Thursday. So the story progresses on Thursdays, right? And so, recently we're right in the middle of the battle for New Tokyo. We captured one of the toads, but then Win Moon, which is Wagmi-san's apprentice, she stole the toad. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're right in the middle of that story. But I just wanted to real quickly go over crafting, right? Because this is probably most people's entry into 10 KTF, right? It's like, let's say you got a profile picture that, you want to get made into shoes or socks or a hoodie, whatever. Also assuming that these in the future, because the team has pretty much come out and said it, is that a lot of these will be redeemable for like physicals in the future, which, how we love our profile pictures. And how we love our in-person physicals.
I love merch, man. Look at this shit right here.
The problem is I'm running out of room in my house. like I really am. Like, no joke. Between me collecting art and collecting NFT stuff, I'm running out of room. But so essentially, let's say you have one of these profile pictures and you're like, all right, I want to be in 10 KTF. I want to go to battle to, help Wagmi-san. How do I start? You essentially would craft one of these items out of your profile picture. So the way you do that is a couple ways. Is you can either buy a blank off of OpenSea, which these are the blanks. So blank backpack, blank shoes, 2 blank hoodies, 2 blank hats. Right now we got supply chain issues on the metaverse socks. So you'll not be able to mint. Dude,
how are there supply chain issues?
The metaverse is not immune to supply chain issues. Like the rest of the world. Okay, the ports are really, really like backed up right now, and so they're having trouble getting those materials in. But you can either buy the blank outright if you don't feel like crafting, or you can buy the materials that you need to craft the item. And this kind of shows you right here the materials that you need to craft the item. And then, so crafting a blank is free. You don't have to pay any money except for gas to craft a blank. And then to go from blank to whatever like your profile picture is, you just have to pay. You have to pay 0.1. And so at the end of that, what'll happen is you'll mint an item, which we're actually about to do. And so I'm going to kind of take you through how to mint a new item. So I crafted a blank backpack. So we're going to go through here and we're going to go to use my blanks. So you're going to go to use my blanks and it's going to say, here's what I can make for you. And so I've already crafted this hoodie. I've already crafted that hat right there.
Yeah.
I've already crafted the socks. So the only thing left for me to complete my full set, which you get an extra multiplier for, is the backpack. So that is my Moonbird backpack. I'm going to go in here, add it to cart, click craft, and
this is crazy.
Confirm. And so I just really like even the crafting experience is like Wagmi-san's like talking to you and interactive and things like that. And just overall, the art of this project, like I think that they do a really, really good job in terms of graphics. And so essentially that is how you that's how you craft a new item. And then I should be able to go over here into OpenSea.
It's not there yet. Almost there.
It's not there yet. No. Where are we at? There we go.
It does take a minute. Almost be there. Yeah, when you craft it, yeah, it does.
But so like here's one that I crafted earlier today. Nice. So the different items in there indicate different rarities. So this is actually a rare cat hoodie. If you notice, there was nothing in my in my other in my backpack. That just means it's a common. So there we go. So it's
there we go. There. Nice.
So I just crafted that. It's in my wallet, so you can see it's crafted. It's a common bag right there. But there's different levels of rarity. So these are my 10K TF items. You've got things from like the rare like bubbles on the Wolf Game socks. To I have an epic pair of shoes too right here. This is an epic pair of shoes. It's got like, wow. It's got like 10
for Wolf Game.
Yeah, for Wolf Game. And so each of these rarities get you different and more points when it comes to the battle, battle for New Tokyo. So, but yeah, I mean, as you can see, I have a ton of this stuff because I absolutely love this team and I love the way that they're like really, really good at storytelling and like creating a narrative when it comes to this project. It's just awesome.
So Quad, if somebody wants to get started, what is the best move? To buy a Genesis item and then they can enter the battles without an avatar, right?
Yes, you can enter the battles without an avatar, and I think the best way, if you don't have a profile picture to mint, I think the best way is to get a Genesis item. But if you have a profile picture to mint and you know that these are going to be like able to be turned into physicals in the future, I have a hard time not like just minting my own profile picture, right? Like, because I think a lot of people also would like that. I mean, if you want to go really deep into it, yeah, just go find you a bunch of Genesis. I think I have like 30 Genesis of like I don't own any of these profile, like I don't own these Pudgy Penguins or any of that. But those are Genesis, so they just give me like more of a multiplier when it comes to like battles and things like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you want to look at Genesis and then you want to just get involved and take a look, basically. Yep. Sweet. Yep. That's pretty sweet. Well, thanks for the walkthrough, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the other thing that I would say is the 10KTF Discord is like unbelievably helpful. They're a bunch of really, really passionate people. And I think that I think they've done a really good job of like festering this atmosphere in their Discord where Thursday is like a party. A bunch of people hang out on the radio channel and things of that nature, and they're really good. They like change up the songs to match like the theme of what they're doing on that Thursday, and like stuff like that. And whenever there's a burn, they play burn related music, and I think it's just like they're really, really good at executing this like performance art type that goes along with your project.
That I love the world building too. And I did want to, last thing on this project, I did want to play one of the videos that they put out like 2 months ago that I was like, this was, I'd been kind of slowly collecting, but I still I didn't really like comprehend or wasn't really like as stoked, obviously Quad as you, but I'm just going to play it here.
If you're playing the one, I think
here we go. Yeah. The one, here we go. This one,
so good.
Maybe tell you guys a little bit more on the project. So this was pretty much before they started the battle part, because before that it was just you were just collecting, accumulating, and you didn't really know what it was for. So this is when they actually started the battle part, which is now where you're actually like earning materials by submitting your pieces and your avatars. There he is. Walk me, son. Yeah.
I feel like I was in class watching a movie. I like that.
Honestly, though, the emotion that I felt the first time I watched that, I was like, these guys are good.
Yeah,
They're
it's good. It's well done. I've always been a huge like Akira fan, like not all anime, but definitely like more of that old school kind of like Tokyo Gang vibe of maybe let's say the first half of the movie Akira. The second half is pretty off the rails. Anybody's ever seen it. But the first half with like the motorcycle gangs and stuff is like right up my alley. So that was the trailer, Quad. When I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, I'm way more into this now than I was before. Outside of all the people stuff and everything, I was like, I'm in now, you know. So
their art chops are like really impressive, and obviously, you know, I'm not saying Beeple does the art, but he obviously has some sort of a hand in the artistic direction, which, you know, it's really impressive.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And there's a lot of we knew has so many quality people running it too, right? So it's like what they put out is going to be good, right? So right on. Quad, thanks so much, man. We're a little bit over time, and I think the game's already started, so we're going to do our giveaway, and we're going to wrap out. So we are giving away this box. I don't know why it blurs out. This is stupid to find.
I've seen that box before.
Yeah, there you go. So we got this box. It has 7 of these packs in it. 7 of these DC packs. You can scan, and you will get the NFT of it. And that's how it works. So guys, how are we going to give this away? Something they type in the chat? Wow. Okay. Don't all answer at once. Wow. You guys are riveting.
Connor, unmute yourself right now and give us something they can hashtag in the chat. What is he doing? Sleeping?
What is that? What is that?
On with that?
His headphones died. Why is he?
Yeah, come on. Man.
I found I found an insider loop for you. Check this out, LG. You can actually sell them on StockX.
Oh wow. Okay, there you go.
Right now, there you go. That's the worth of this thing.
Right
Giveaway
secondary value of this is $109, I guess, on StockX. If you want to receive it from me, and then go sell it there, you can open it as well. Some great stuff in there. Highly recommend. So let's just leave it at that.
It's a good value right there.
Let's promote the partner. This is independent of the partnership. We're kind of just doing this on our own, but let's promote the partnership. Let's put it out there. So let's have you guys. There's actually a great stages tomorrow with them. We're going to go over some updates for next week's drop, which is DC Pride coming out Tuesday. So make sure you tune into that. It's going to be in the Hero Discord, and let's put it up for what's the hashtag? What are people going to type for this? Val Venus. Todd nailed it. It's Val Venus. Val Venus. The throwback to the start of the show.
Yes, Todd.
Val Venus. Type in, guys, hashtag Val Venus, just like Todd did. Thanks, Todd, for the recommendation. Put in Val Venus. Put it in there. And
keep spamming it nonstop.
We're gonna type it as many times as you can, and we're gonna pick one, and I'm gonna send you guys this.
That's a big price.
There we go.
Real quick, how do you type in Goblin?
I don't know how people are doing that, man.
Connor can tell you. Connor can tell you. Here he is.
Connor, get your ass back in here.
Connor's back.
Connor, how do you type in Goblin?
Well, wait, Phil, tell me when to pick. My eyes are closed.
Now. Oh my God! Of all people, no way, man. Of all people to win that,
there we go. Stone Cold, Blake. I'm going to send this to you. Okay,
100% getting Discord call.
There we go. Thanks everybody for playing. Last lesson of the night, Connor. How do you type in Goblin on Twitter? Quad needs to know.
I don't have it, but I will tweet it. I'll find it right after the show, and I'll send it to Quad, and I'll tweet it out so everyone can speak Goblin. It's on their website somewhere. I think it's just a sidebar.
Okay, it's public. Invade the First Mint Discord with Goblin speak.
Oh God,
there you go.
Please ban them.
All right, guys. Quad, thanks for joining. Connor, pleasure as always, man. Thanks for the everything kind of revolved around strange stuff tonight. Phil, thanks for saying we should do the show anyways. Appreciate that. Go. And maybe our guests will show up next week.
Or not.
Maybe
we'll be
cross
fine.
Your fingers. And looks like the Celtics are totally pounding the Warriors. So it's my prediction is on its way to being true. So thank you guys, and have yourselves a great night.
Peace.
Search is over. over, now welcome to First Mint. Looking for NFT content, look no further cause this is it. From Top Shot to blockchain, they got the data chops, analysis, impact drops, the show's equator hot. LG and Phil D, the best amongst others. Best brothers to happen to ball since the Ball brothers. So settle in cause it's time for the best show.